All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first of 26 videos entitled The ABC Guide for Successful Travel for Men Abroad. Something like that. I'm going to come up with a better title, but that's what we're working with today. In each of the 26 videos, we're going to get one letter of the alphabet, A through Z, and I'm only going to choose one word that I think is going to lead to a successful time for any man in any country abroad. Now, I have to choose my words carefully because I'm only allowed one vocabulary word from the English dictionary to be able to give you guys everything that I need based off of that particular vocabulary word. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, I will continue this series all the way through Z. If you want to hear more of that, make sure you drop a like, do all that good shit. All right. First word of the day, ladies and gentlemen, letter A, attention, right? Now, y'all need to pay attention. First word is attention, so make sure you pay attention, right? I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I want you to understand exactly where the good doc is coming from, and I'm going to come from two differing perspectives, okay? Perspective number one, attention. If you have time in any foreign country and you're just sitting back, laid back, and you're analyzing the situation, which is another A, I need you to pay attention to like female groups, how they hoard, how they get together. And once you figure out how they hoard, how they get together, I want you to look at the group and the group dynamic. If you have time to do this, because most females usually travel in packs, 3 or more, even in foreign countries, rarely are they out by themselves. But if they are, and they're in this group, look at the group dynamic, understand who is likely the girl in that group that is getting the most attention, right? The girl that seems to feel as if she is the baddest one in the group. The one that, if you look at the group dynamics, everybody looks at her like she is the baddest one in the group. She's the one that gets all the attention. That one right there is the one you need to pay the least attention to. She is completely eliminated out of the situation, out of the equation when it comes to the quality of young lady within that group dynamic that you should actually be looking towards, right? Just in my personal opinion. She needs to be X'd out. Why? Because at that point, she has already peaked. Right? She's already hit the tip of the iceberg, in my opinion, right? If she's already dressed to the nines, piled up on the makeup and all that good jazz, and she's looking the best out of the group, chances are she's going to get the most attention. So in that regard, you're likely going to be one of very many guys that are trying to vie for that young lady's attention. So think of the level of competition that comes with it. And if you're into the competition level, which I think you should never be competing over a female, that's up to you. But for me, I would completely X ass out of the situation. Look at the other young ladies in the dynamic, and I would say go for the young lady that is receiving the least amount of attention, or the one in the group that you would perceive as the one that's likely receiving the least amount of attention. Now, here we go. Oh my God, Doc, you over here telling me to date the ugly bitch in the group? With all due respect, don't take the B word out of context, but you want me to date the ugly duckling in the group? It's not what I'm saying. What you're failing to realize is 9 times out of 10, the girl that already is made up to the nines that's getting all the attention, she's peaked, right? You're not necessarily focusing on the potential of the other young ladies in the group, i.e. how bad she could potentially be, right? And trust me, there are a lot of girls in these groups that have potential, but we overlook it because there's this shiny, trophy young lady in front of us, and it seems to be blinding our view from everybody that may be around that general vicinity and in that particular circle. And it doesn't necessarily just have to focus on the general friend group. It could be in any type of situation. I would focus on the young lady that has potential that has not yet peaked. Those are the ones you need to pay the most attention to. Now, you want to X out the attention of the one that's already peaked. You want to focus on the one that has potential. Now, when it comes to paying attention to the one that has potential, or the one that could potentially be something a little bit better than what she already is, give a little bit of time and a little bit of finesse and, work your magic. The attention you need to pay to when it comes to her is giving her as much attention as humanly possible. So you want to avoid giving attention to the one that's getting all the attention, and you kind of want to pour in your personal attention to the one that may not be getting it all, the one with potential. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're not paying attention and you haven't really followed this equation, the one that's getting all the attention, competition. The one that's getting no attention, if you're one of very few people that are giving her attention, can you imagine how much success you could have if you paid attention to the ones that don't get attention? You're one of very few guys that, this is probably what she's been looking for her whole entire life. right? Oh my God, somebody's actually talking to me. Somebody's actually looking at me rather than looking at this bitch over here. They actually want me. Other than or even if it's not a friend group, like I said, it's just, oh my God, somebody's actually wanting me and interested in getting to know me, as opposed to getting, interested in getting to know the pretty girls or something like that. Because a lot of them don't really refer to themselves as pretty. You can say it's a confidence issue, whatever you want to call it. But I promise you, if you pour in your attention, and I'm not telling you to finesse, I'm not telling you to manipulate, I'm actually telling you to give it an honest attention, not just some bullshit, because I don't want you to like manipulate on shit. I just want you to actually try to go about it the right way. You can only imagine how reciprocate that young lady would be, or how that young lady may reciprocate that particular energy and attention if you're giving it to her. You understand? If you pick up what the good doc is putting down, roll with me. If you're giving her the attention, I can only imagine the things that could soon follow if you're doing it the right way. What I mean by giving her attention, talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Giving her some time, talking to her, a little bit of your energy, a little bit of extra effort. Like, hey, I saw this, thought you might like it. Buy little candies and shit, little chocolates and stuff. All girls like that shit, man. It's the simple stuff, and it doesn't have to cost you a lot of fucking money. That's the beautiful part. If you're dealing with a young lady that's getting attention, you may have to buy her attention. But with the ones that are not necessarily getting a lot of attention, even if you do have to buy it, if it's like chocolates or flowers or whatever the fuck, if you want to go that route. Some people call it corny. I say, motherfucker, don't knock it till you try it. Some people say, oh, you sip it, you beta this, all that bullshit. Don't knock it till you try it, right? What's 50 fucking pesos, especially if we're talking about elements in the Philippines? What's a couple dollars or so to get some chocolate, a little bit of attention, tax or whatever it may be, just to see where her energy is, right? And then you flow accordingly. Attention is key, ladies and gentlemen. We're avoiding the attention of these already made up bitches, and we're giving the attention to the ones that have potential. And if you really want to increase your success rate, I can honestly tell you that is the best way to go about it. Because even if you're from a male perspective, if you're looking at it from the male dynamic, right? In every group, you always got the A, which is your alpha, or the guy that everybody tends to follow. You can see that in female groups as well. Those are the ones, in my personal opinion, you ain't trying to deal with the quote unquote alpha young lady of that particular group, mainly because she's not going to do you any favors, right? She's going to probably make you work harder than you need to and make you do all this extra stuff, and ain't nobody trying to do all that. But you always got this one particular young lady in the corner. Quiet, stoic, probably just happy to be around a pretty bitch or whatever the fuck. Who knows what it is? Or, you have young ladies that seemingly attach themselves to young ladies that they do find to be extra attractive in their own personal opinion, because girls do find other girls to be attractive, and they kind of just want to be within that fold. But I promise you, if you play it right, I wouldn't say manipulate it from this perspective, but if you do play it right and you do give the young lady that's not the most attractive on paper, the attention, for some reason, the one that you're not paying the attention to will try to pay attention to you. So, you got to understand the master and how to master attention. Who you choose to pour your personal attention to and who you should avoid, because they're already getting the attention that you necessarily don't think is going to be beneficial in your road to success. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time, effort, and energy for video number 1. Letter A, attention. Be careful who you give your attention to. Be careful who you channel your attention to, and make sure you know how to avoid the ones that are already getting the attention. I hope that makes sense. Hope you pick up what the good doc is putting down. Y'all make sure y'all get ready for the B letter coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all take care, man. Y'all stay blessed. Doc's on to the next one.